Welcome to San Diego Friday Night Lights Magazine. I'm your host, Tommy Morris. And even though the season's over, it doesn't mean we have to stop checking in with some of our favorite players from San Diego who are now elsewhere in the country. We will start off by going to Shadron State. All right, we're here with JoJo Phillips from Shadron State. Safety, just coming off of his sophomore year. JoJo, you guys had a good year, 9-3. Maybe not as many wins as you wanted, real close to making those playoffs. What are the goals for next year?
Definitely, we're trying to improve on what we already did this year. We had a new coaching staff that we really bought into this year, and they did really well putting in the new system with all the new players and stuff. And we're definitely trying to go towards the RMAC championship this year that was taken from us in Pueblo in overtime. But next year, we're going to improve on that and definitely get it.
And for those who don't know, you just finished your sophomore year. You had kind of a tough injury in 2010. How's your shoulder feeling coming off that injury?
I haven't had no problems with my shoulder after the surgery. The doctors did a good job putting me back together, and since then, I had no issues whatsoever.
And most people remember you from Helix as a running back, actually. You made the switch on over to the defensive side of the ball. How long did it take you to get used to being a defensive player? And do you like it more? Do you miss running back? How does that feel?
Yeah, they moved me a while ago. It's definitely different moving from going from running back, running forward all the time to moving backwards. It actually took me probably the whole spring to get used to that and working with some my teammates like Drew Taylor and stuff and a few of the other DBs that helped me out with my technique and stuff like that and getting used to all the different types of defenses we had and formations. But I definitely do miss running back. Maybe, they'll throw in a couple of packages here and there for me to run the ball a little bit. But I do love defense, just being able to hit people and being able to let loose and not have to worry about, carrying a ball or anything like that is definitely a good thing.
So what's more satisfying for you now that you've played a lot of defense? Scoring a touchdown or just annihilating someone on the field?
Well, I got to annihilate someone when, when them receivers run crossing routes or that running back, I meet him in the middle or something like that. But at the same time, on defense, there's always a chance to run the ball again if I intercepted it or anything like that.
So for next year, what are your personal goals for next year? Is there something you're striving for that you personally want to accomplish in the next season?
I just want to be recognized as a dominant player and help out my team. This year I did a few things well that the team really needed me for. They called my name and I did what I had to and I had success. And this year I just hope to definitely improve on everything and get as many tackles and interceptions as I can to help out the team and get to our team goal of winning that RMAC championship and going further in the playoffs.
So also, you're one of those guys who went kind of far away for college. You're out in Nebraska. How does that compare to San Diego?
It's nothing compared to San Diego, but at the same time, it's a definitely good getaway for me, getting away from all the fast life of San Diego and all a lot of people out there. When you come out here, it's just like you're focused on football and school, so really it's easy to get good grades, easy to work hard in the weight room because there's really nothing else to do. Plus, you're here with a lot of people you already know since it's such a small school, so everybody knows everybody. So like get along with a lot of people, and people are helpful. So it works to your best advantage when you come out here, especially when it comes to training and stuff like that.
So you talk about the training and the off season work and all that kind of stuff. A lot of kids in high school out here in San Diego trying to do what you did, make the jump from high school to the collegiate level. What kind of advice would you give those kids who are trying to take their game to the next level? What are little things that they can do to help themselves now before they get to the point where they are in college?
Uh, Definitely just work as hard as you can. I know a lot of guys, especially when they're about to leave their home city, they want to spend as much time as they can with their friends and stuff. That's all well and good and stuff, but they're gonna be there when you get back. Like you want to come definitely prepared because I know when I first got here, I wasn't as prepared as I could have been. Like jumping from high school to college, it's a completely different level. The pace is much faster. Everybody is basically the all stars from their high school, so they're as strong and as fast as you. So you have to work that much harder and push yourself to do the things that you want to do to be successful on the field and to put in some work for your team. So my advice is them just to work as hard as you can, and when you get home and when you get back, you can do good things with your friends like that and go out, but keep working hard.
All right, JoJo, thanks for the advice for the younger guys. Always appreciate it. Before I let you go, though, I'm going to need a prediction for you for your season next year. How many wins are the Eagles getting in 2013?
Well, we do nothing but move forward, so we're trying to go undefeated this next season and go that perfect 11-0 and take that RMAC championship and just keep running as hard as we can and do what we do best here at Shannon State and be the hammer and take it to every team we play.
All right, there you go. Take that to Vegas. Shadowrun State's going undefeated next year. JoJo, thank you for your time. We always appreciate it.
No problem.
Now we will come back to San Diego to talk to a guy who just finished his senior season. It's Kevin Brady from Santana. All right, I'm here with Kevin Brady, linebacker from Santana. Kevin, you guys had kind of a rough season this year, but you personally had a good one. You had some crazy tackle numbers throughout this whole season. What did you do this differently this year to prepare for your senior year?
I hit the weights a lot harder this year. I'm kind of went into the season knowing that we weren't going to be as good off as we were last year. I knew we weren't going to have a very great season with some of the newcomers that we had on this team. So I definitely just decided to get my ability for football, just go to the gym harder, go, do sprint training and stuff like that. I knew how to step up big time, play linebacker for the team this year.
So you talk about all the new guys. So you had to kind of adopt a leadership role. What was it like trying to, take some younger guys under your wing and try and be a teacher while playing at the same time?
It was a little bit different. As you know, last year we had a lot of guys I've been playing football with since I was probably 7 years old. So the chemistry last year was a lot different. This year we had guys that were first-year football players playing their senior year. So it was definitely a little bit different taking on that team captain position and trying to teach these guys the game. It doesn't come that easy. You need to play. I mean, I've played multiple years. I can react to the game quicker. So these guys were just a little bit slower in their reaction time, and it was a little bit different. But they did. I mean, our defense did pretty good this year. It wasn't as great as last year, as you guys know.
And so you are looking to make the jump to the collegiate level, just finishing up your senior season. What are you doing this off season to get yourself ready for that next level?
I'm already back in the weight room. I'm actually going 6 times a week. I put on 15 pounds already. I'm back up to 195. I was playing at about 180. I'm just definitely, I'm eating better. I'm eating 6 times a day, going to the weight room as much as I can. I'm lifting every day. I take a Sunday off. I'm doing cardio. I can't. Right now, I'm 5'11", about 195 pounds. So, the height's not there. I need to put on a lot of weight if I'm going to continue playing linebacker at the collegiate level.
And so, at the collegiate level, what schools are you looking at? What schools are looking at you? What do you think you're going to end up next season?
I'm not exactly sure yet. San Jose State, San Diego State, Valparaiso University, Sacred Heart, Western New Mexico's Coach Clark. He just came and talked to me at school. He wants me to get about 225, play linebacker for him. So we'll see. I'm definitely not for sure yet on where I'm going to go, but we're just continuing through this recruiting process.
And being a linebacker here in San Diego, a lot of good football talent in San Diego. Who was a guy when you were younger who you looked at, who was maybe in high school, maybe a little bit older than that, maybe in college, and you modeled your game after them or learned from them? Who was that guy for you?
Definitely. In high school, it's probably Miles Burris for San Diego State. He's playing for the Raiders now. But I just love the story, that whole YouTube video that went viral and made him a huge prospect. He's definitely a guy that I can see, and his skills and my skills, I play kind of like him, fast, physical, always trying to get to the ball. So Miles Burris was something I very looked up to in high school.
Yeah, you talk about fast and physical again. You talked about the size or the height, maybe not being there. What are some of the little things that you do, knowing that you're going to be one of the shorter linebackers on the field, that help you be a successful player?
Definitely speed and strength. So, I'm doing legs a lot, trying to get that leg stronger because I'm not as big as some of those running backs. This year, probably our toughest running back I had to face is probably Royce Freeman from Imperial. that kid's a big boy. So, tackling him, I had to definitely get my squat increased in weight. So doing a lot of heavy repetitions and stuff like that will get me stronger since, the height factor's there.
And so looking ahead to next year, it's going to be weird for you probably. You're not going to be on Santana anymore. It's going to be your first year looking back on the team. How do you think that the Sultans will hold up next year? What are your predictions for them in the upcoming years?
Well, there's still going to be some new guys. I've talked to a couple kids already and having them like last year, Mark Yeager, a kid that played outside linebacker for us. I know I talked to him and said, you guys need to get some of the guys down there for next year and start training already. I know it's off season, but off season is the time to train. So I've gotten a good amount of like 15 kids down there doing some speed training with them, teaching them how to hit the weights, weight room things. But as season-wise, record goes, our schedule is probably going to be a little bit easier next year. I know that Coach Estes is trying to get some schools like the Rock Church and different schools like that, not playing these big schools like Madison or Imperial. They're still coming up, and I mean, the freshman team did really good this year. We're going to have a lot of freshmen on the team next year, freshmen and sophomore. So record-wise, I can't really say. Probably maybe the same this year, a little bit better, but who knows?
And again, one final question. Again, the high school career is over now. What is the one thing you look back on that always brings a smile to your face, a memory that you'll always cherish, something you always remember about playing football at Santana?
Probably my junior year playing with all the guys I played with. As you know, Jason Patterson, who went to Cal Poly, and T.D. Gross went to the University of Arizona. Team dinners and stuff like that. Just the chemistry we had together, I'll never forget. We worked our asses off. I'm sorry about my language. Our butts off the whole year, and just to be able to play off, go playoffs, go far, beat Coronado, and go to Qualcomm. I mean, it's a huge thing. I'll never forget that.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the time. Good luck with your recruiting and wherever you end up next year. We know you'll do well. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week with more updates and interviews. I'm Tommy Morris. So long.